Fastest in the Nicking game. Yeah, I saw that on your Reddit post. So, okay. All right, let's go ahead and let's find you. Looks like you start on CT. So there you are. There you is, as the kids are saying these days. All right, so we've got Hast here. He's a Gold Nova 2 from the Reddit community. Um, Gold Nova, not a bad rank. Not sure how long you've been playing, but not a bad rank. So we'll just watch the fundamentals here like we always do. We'll look at rotations. We'll look at peaks. We'll look at crosshair placement. Off to a pretty solid start. 2 headshots, not bad there. Okay, I'm just looking to see how the rest of the round played out, only because I'm looking at your teammates. So, 2 things there. First of all, got to wait for our teammates to get there. Okay, never want to rush into a bomb site when 2 players are rotating that way. What you would rather do is wait for your teammates. You had one coming from tunnels, one could have went door, you could have hit through the window, and then collectively crashed onto the bomb site. Instead, we decided to kind of go Rambo on it. Didn't work out the best for us, but overall, not a bad round. I would just suggest maybe slowing down, waiting for your teammates to get there. You got plenty of time, and just win the round with your team. Granted, they picked you up there, so that was good, but a good team with good players is probably going to shut that down pretty quickly. All right, so elected for the scout second round. Not a terrible play. The only thing I would say that I don't like about that play is the fact that they did get a bomb plant. So, as you can see, they did have an AK there. They've got some dualies. They've got some CZs. I would be more happy with a FAMAS buy there, maybe even an M4, because you did get 2 headshot or 2 kills. So, you're going to have decent income there. You could have probably afforded for an M4, and you may have been lacking some head armor if you wanted nades. But a FAMAS and head armor would have surely given you the whole 9 yards. Granted, I don't know yet if you're a rifle player, if you're a sniper rifle player. So that's just something I'll learn about you here rather quickly. Does look like you elect for the AK. So now it's a 1v1. I'm not sure if you're hearing him running at this point. You should be hearing him run away. You never want to chase in that instance, okay? Because you're separating yourself from him and also the bomb site, depending on where he's going. And now you're confused. Okay, let me pause right here. Okay, anytime you're in a 1v1 situation, okay, especially a map like Dust 2 where it's not an extremely long rotate, what you want to focus on is one bomb site. You can't defend both, obviously. You don't want to be caught in the middle, because if he plants, then you're just kind of stuck. Okay, you don't really know what you're doing, where he is, where his positioning is. Instead, let's minimize his rate of success by isolating one bomb site. Okay, you knew he fell back from long A. You heard him running. Okay, so at that point in time, we need to make a quick decision. We need to say, okay, let's get back to platform. All right, let's lock in on catwalk, because obviously he fell from long. All right, and then once he plants the bomb, or once he comes to our bomb site, then we realize, okay, we've got a better opportunity to shut him down. All right, so let's finish out the round and see how you play it. All right, so pretty simple. He got cut out in the open, but again, let's focus on 1v1 situations, even 2v1 situations. Let's focus on defending one bomb site, and that'll kind of reduce our chances of getting caught in the middle and getting caught out of position. Okay, not a bad round though overall. Again, guys, if you're just joining me, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you are. We are watching a Gold Nova 3 under the alias Hast from Portugal, as I'm told. You know, I've got the voices turned off, but I'm sure I could hear a lot of communication. I don't want to hear the voices because I don't want them drowning me out. So there's a lot of things that I may not be keying into, such as communication. Um, some other things I may not be able to pick up on is where your radar skill is. That round, just unfortunate. Your team kind of lost that round for you. You were kind of up the creek without a paddle. But anyways, back to my points. Can't really hear the communication. Don't want to right now, just because it'll drown me out. And then the radar skill. I don't really know those things about you. And obviously, I can't see what you can see on the radar, only because I'm specking. I can see everybody on the radar, so I don't know if you can see the bomb spotted and stuff like that. Okay, there's a good quick rotate there after you saw bomb, so I think you did key in on your radar there. Okay, good positioning here. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. The only thing I would have done differently is when he was up close, I would have flashed earlier, give myself a chance to kill him before he fell back. Um, Looks like the rest of this round is pretty much going to play out standard. Doesn't look like he's really trying anything too fancy. Okay. So really nothing there. Just good patience out of both of you guys. He obviously didn't want to lose his op. That was the big thing. Okay, let me pause you right there, okay? Um, and actually, I want to watch that again, kind of in slower motion. What I want to see is, did you peek with an intent to kill, or did you peek with an intent to see? Okay, there's two big points I can make right there. Okay, let me pause you right there. To me, you peeked with an intent to see. All right. The problem I have with that is a couple different things. First of all, as an opper, you can peek to see, okay, but don't have your gun out. Okay, obviously an op makes you move slower. If a player is going to utilize that crack, he's going to hold. Say you've got the crack right here. Okay, he's going to hold right on that door with his op scope. All right. If you jump across with the op in your hand, it makes you a lot slower, making his reaction time theoretically better. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to jump across with your knife, obviously because you move faster. Then you can still see, because a scope, you didn't really scope there, so it's not helping you. You should have good enough eyesight. You can see if there's a T spawn there, or T in the spawn. So that's the couple points I have there. Unfortunately, you're at a disadvantage now with 50 HP. It kind of forces you to play a little bit more passive. Okay, and right here, I don't agree with that either. Don't give up that you've got an op in B site. All they've got to do is smoke, throw a couple flashes. Now they know, heck, all we got to do is make this opper miss. Boom, it's our bomb site. Okay. So you want to hold on to that information as long as you can without exposing it. Okay, that was just more of not seeing the guy. I understand that happens to me sometimes as well. Um, If I were you, really key in on those damage markers. Okay, you've got up left, upper right, bottom left, bottom right, side to side. Okay, really see where that damage is coming from, and try to react to it. A good way to do that is just do a free for all death match, and whenever somebody hits you, instead of freaking out and trying to shoot them, instead focus on where the damage is coming from, and that'll help you make that adjustment more natural later when you get accustomed to it. Okay. Obviously a little soft by there. You're probably just trying to get a little frag. I understand that. It's not terrible. Okay. For those of you watching on YouTube, Loco just said, by the way, I play with a mindset that I have better aim and crosshair placement than the others. So what that's telling me is if you have better aim and better crosshair placement than the others, if you're assuming that, then your focus at this point needs to be strategy, needs to be discipline, okay, and it also needs to be positioning. Okay, again, just an eco round, just trying to get some kills there. I understand you were pressured. It's not an easy shot on an opera there. You know you got to be swift, and does put a little added pressure on you. Okay, again, let's pause there to reiterate that point. Okay, we don't peak with our op out. It makes us slower, makes his reaction time better. It's going to give him more of an opportunity to either A, kill you, or B, just leg you and put you at a disadvantage. Okay, just keep that in mind. Again, spamming through smoke. Let's try not to give away. Tip our hand a little bit there. Good shot. Ooh, good little flick there. Not bad. Okay, 1v1, you heard him long A. Good. Good shots. Good positioning. The only thing, again, like I said I would do differently is the peeking with the op. Okay. Other than that, the only thing I saw was a little errant shot at B, and I think that's just because you didn't give yourself enough reflex time. So make sure you know your reflexes on corners. That'll really help. What's up, Haniata? I've been streaming for about really 30 minutes, but the lesson just started about 13 minutes ago. We're 10 rounds into it, 9 rounds into it, so you're fine. You're fine. You're welcome though. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, man. Just for you guys tuning in, and actually, let me pause right there. Something I've noticed, okay? A lot of players that are lower rank and not used to playing against guys that have good reflexes, what they tend to do, imagine this, okay? I'm jumping across middle. I'm going to use my cell phone. Yes, it's an iPhone. Don't judge, okay? But what they do, all right, imagine that, you know, you've got a crack here when you jump across, this being you, okay? If I jump across looking right at the door, okay, they're going to see the wide part of me, okay? So when they see that, they're going to have more of a surface area to shoot at. What we need to do is take our body and position it there, okay? It's a lot harder to shoot that target as opposed to that target, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? Right there, it wasn't really your fault. You didn't jump across that way, but I really wanted to make that point there, okay? And to continue on to my point, if we reach 20 new followers this evening, guys, I am going to give away probably either an AK or I think I've got an op graphite. I've got a red laminate AK and an op graphite. We'll give away either one of those whoever wants it. That's assuming we get 20 new followers this evening. So hit your friends up. Tell them to get in here. Okay, Eco, you know, you're playing retake. It's tough there. And Loco, I'll address that. Loco just said, as you can see in these ranks, people use a lot of scopes. Understandable. It's a one shot, one kill. And I have problems dealing with that. Okay, again, we're not looking to shoot there. We're just looking to see. Make sure if you're going to peek it, man, you know, peek it. If you're ready to kill somebody, you're going to take some damage. You might as well just go for the kill at that point. A little bit too peaky. I'm going to pause right there for a second. Okay, what I would like to see you do, instead of just being back and forth, okay, we're hopping on either side of this door, and I see what you mean now. There's like freaking 3 ops. All right, you just told me that. Hey, Breathing Human, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. You just told me that you play against a lot of scopes, okay? So what that tells me is Vintage Salami, thanks for the follow. You guys are now on the follow train, okay? What that tells me is I need to pick a corner. I need to hold that corner. All right, I don't need to be so active. Okay, this gives me one problem. It gives me the problem that I'm not setting my feet. I can't make the shot. Secondly, it allows them to see me when I'm not able to shoot them, so they know I'm there. Okay, so make sure we're really focusing on just holding the corner. All right, if you miss your shot, you smoke it up, you flash, you tell your teammates, hey, got an opera back by barrels. All right, simple as that. Don't try to do too much. Keep yourself alive. Again, you're saying you're the better player. All right, so take your shot. If you miss, who cares? You smoke it, you flash it, you hold them off a little bit, let your teammates get there to help you recover. Okay. Yes, Breathing Human. The gentleman we're watching, Hast, he is a Gold Nova too. It's good information to have for sure. How much money do you have? 2150. Okay. I haven't been paying attention to the economy much. I know you've been buying a lot of ops, so that's gonna break your money on the regular if you're not too careful about it. Dude, there are so many ops. There are ops for days at Long A. Just whiffed a few shots. I mean, it's going to happen, man. In that situation, you know, I'm not sure how your money wasn't great. You got 5,100. I'd imagine you're probably going to buy an op here. No, you went rifle. Okay, maybe try to save it there. You're kind of at a tough spot, but an op in that situation would have saved your team 4750. Probably would have helped your economy greatly. Again, we're jumping across mid, running across mid, no jumping. It's tough. People can time it up, and they'll get lucky every now and then. It's just unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to pause right here while it's fresh on our mind. Okay, here's what I saw. Okay, and I really wish I could go to free cam right now, but I can't, unfortunately. That's the sad thing about GoTV. It won't let me whenever it's paused. Okay. Let's see. All right, so there's a smoke at the door, kind of in the general area that I'm looking at this point in time. Okay, there's a smoke there, and first of all, we've got 20 HP because we were legged through the door. We see a T. We decide to shoot at him. Okay, then we decide to peek him with 20 HP whenever he's running into the site. Okay, a couple things that I'm not going to say I have an issue with, but a couple things that could be fixed that'll help you have an easier shot is First of all, use the flashbang. You've got one in your inventory. I can see it plain as day right here. Okay, use that flashbang. All right, just bank it off the wall and platform. Throw it high. Just do something. I mean, something to interrupt his rhythm, his knowledge of where you're at. Something to keep him off balance, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Throw that flashbang, then you peek behind it. Okay, that gives you a little easier chance to kill him, only because you got 20 HP. You got to play a little bit defensive. All right, just one thing I wanted to point out right there. Actually, get back on you. There we go. And again, your crosshair placement isn't terrible. I'm not going to say terrible is not the right word for it. It's inconsistent, I think, is the best way to put it. You've got decent crosshair placement with your rifles. What you don't have good crosshair placement with is your op. Yes, I've been told I look like Johnny Manziel. Matter of fact, that is a true story. Johnny Manziel and John Cena are my lookalikes, actually. And it's actually funny because my name's John, their names are John, so. Yeah, solo is hard, guys. And what I would suggest is find a teammate that you enjoy playing with in matchmaking, who plays as a team, and who wants to get better. You know, add him as a friend. Say, look, man, really enjoyed playing with you. You know, let's work together. Let's see how we can level. Excuse me. Let's see if we can't level up together. Good patience there. We did not take the shot. Good. Oh, go back to the shotgun. She went back to the shotgun about 3 bullets earlier. What's up, Lights? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Okay, let me pause right here. All right, you got the bomb down right in front of you. Okay. At this point in time, I'm thinking, I've got bomb. Now, how can I secure it? How can I be the most comfortable? All right, I see my teammates coming out of B tunnels at this point in time. This is a good time to reposition. All right, he's spotted you. You've got low HP, so let's reposition. Let's get ourselves to where we can peek this bomb. All right. Now I want to see how you're going to play it out. Do you get back on this ramp? Do you continue to fight this guy with your teammate just now coming up? What do you do? Okay, another pause. That shot right there is a low percentage shot. All you can see on that guy is about from here up. Okay, not something you're going to hit on a consistent basis. Okay, so again, let's put ourselves in a position where we've got a higher percentage shot, whether it be back on this ramp behind us or whether it's on the corner just looking right at the bomb, and make him come up on the bomb where we can see his whole body, that sort of stuff. Okay, let's think through that. Okay, again, we're going after a low percentage shot there. And at this point in time, your teammates should be up here helping you. That's where you, as a dominant player, need to be saying, hey, man, I need your help. Okay, now you should know he grabbed the bomb at this point in time. Let's speed it up. Let's go 4 times. Okay, you know bomb's gone. You should have already been today. Okay. I know that's probably a little bit harsh, but the reality of it is, you know, I got to get there. So again, let's get in the most effective position we can to give ourselves the highest percentage shot we can. Okay, 2 big things right there we got to focus on. And obviously the third being teammates got to get up there. You got to tell them, hey man, I need your help. Got a couple flashbangs, I'll flash you to get up here. Let's go, get your butt up here. All right. Sometimes you got to take control. All right. If these guys don't want to listen, who cares? But you got 16 frags. All right. The rest of your team's at 9, 6, 5, and 6. If they're not going to listen to the top fragger, man, then just throw this game aside and said, screw it. Who cares? Go find you some good guys to play with. Okay, I want to pause right there. What we just did there It's not bad, okay? But I'm spamming into smoke with about a quarter of the surface area I could cover if I were to just jump over on the platform, okay? 2 smokes there. You just saw them plume. The smoke's going to stay up for about 15 seconds or so. Jump on the platform, spray into the far back of the tunnel, all right, and then hop down when you reload, okay? Just to help you get some more damage. That's all I'm trying to help you with at that point. Not necessarily about getting frags, but it's a good flash. It's good to see your teammates are kind of starting to come this way. Being a little slow about it. Not bad. Not bad. Again, let's just try to focus on getting a little bit more bang for our buck there with that spray. We just hop over on the platform, you get about 75% more coverage, and that goes into the back of the tunnels. All right, so CT or T side now. Not a bad first half. Got you 17 kills, 12 deaths, 8 to 7. That's a very respectable score. I love how it still shows you guys as being a CT. Yeah, you're clearly a T. There he goes. Finally switched. Guys, also, if there's some lingo that you don't understand that I use, okay, I know some of you are from a different country. I get that, and I want to be as clear and concise as possible. So just if you have questions about something I say, please feel free to ask, okay? It's about clarity. It's not about how professional I can sound. I just want to help you guys get better, okay? The spam is real. Loco just said in chat, for those of you viewing on YouTube, this is a gold nova in Europe. It's kind of hard to make those high level plays because of difference in languages. And that's in reference to somebody saying maybe try to get crossfire off of a flash. So there is a language barrier, and I get that. It's probably a lot harder in Europe. You guys would just all speak English, right? Kidding. It's a very American thing to say. Alright, so this round's pretty much over. He's just going to chase a frag. So nothing too important there. So we're still rocking a scout here on third round. Not not the best of things, and that's why I say on that second round, man, either get you an SMG, get you a Galil. And Galil's not a bad decision because now your back's against the wall. You get a P90 rushing you at long A, scout with 2 hits. Guys are gonna get off about 40 more rounds than you are. Have a better chance to succeed. It's a good flank. Not really anything on that round that I can say was you were at fault other than the gun purchase decision that was back actually in the second round. Yeah, pretty much. Right now we're just viewing people's demos. I haven't decided if I'm going to do 2 or 3 tonight. I know I've actually had 4 requests, so if I don't knock out all 4, whichever ones are left, I may do Friday morning during the morning stream, just briefly to start out the stream, or maybe halfway through the stream, take a break from playing some stuff. Overall, good job there. Way to work with your teammate. It's a good take on long A. Smart play there. Very smart play. You see your teammates are moving in. Last guys today, more than a minute on the clock. Swing it back to B. Prevent yourself from getting shut down on some bad plays. You can't watch the stream on YouTube, but what I do is Hanyati, say you come up to me and say, "Hey man, really want you to watch this demo. Give me some feedback." What I actually do is I review it live on stream, and then after the stream is over, I'll actually upload a VOD to YouTube. Okay, let me just stop there for a minute. Okay, a lot happened in that little bit. Couple things. They pretty much straight bull rushed through long A. Okay, unfortunate for you for a couple of reasons. A, your team is pretty much pushed all the way up to middle. You don't have any backup. But secondly, you got to be aware too of what teams can do. Excuse me. While there's a little bit of pandemonium there with shooting and stuff, it's always a good idea to have a good feel for what's going on around you. Try to hear as much as you can. We talked about it yesterday on Monday's stream. Okay, some people aren't aware that these audio settings are very important. Okay, you got a couple different options: headphones, 2 speakers, 4 speakers, 5.1. I would suggest playing with each of them. Okay, figure out what works best for you, where your recognition of that sound is, and go with it, man. Because a lot of people can't hear what's around them. Now, again, there's a lot of gunfire, and unfortunately, you got bull rushed. But to be able to help you, try to focus on the sound around you. Okay. All right. So he's got the big green. Let's see what he can do with it. Golly, I put so many ops. Okay, let me pause right there and read what you said, Loco. Okay, I suck on B takes, so I try to go long because I know flashes and smokes, and I try to be a lurker on these rounds. The idea behind that's not bad. You're trying to play to your strengths, okay? But at the same time, sometimes you need to play to your weaknesses. And I know that sounds crazy, okay? But the only way to become a better, well-rounded player is to focus on what you're bad at, okay? Hop into a server, learn the angles, whether it's through deathmatching or bots or whatever, okay? But learn your angles. That's the first and foremost thing. Secondly, learn your smoke grenades, learn your flashes, learn your regular grenades, okay? Then take that knowledge that you've got of how to bounce grenades to certain areas and figure out where the popular areas are played in the B bomb site, okay? Then get a teammate and say, hey man, I got a good smoke for B. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it here, I'll flash in, and we're going to go look to this area, okay? That's how you get your teammates involved, okay? You have a set smoke, a set flash, and then you say, hey, peek closet, I'll go out and peek site, okay? So it's not always best to play to your strengths. Now, I know you're trying to level up, I get that, okay? But a lot of times, too, if you can become a good entry fragger, you can actually become a better team, or a better team player, and a better carrier because you open up plays for your team, okay? So just think about that. Let's go and hop to the next round as well. Again, most people play either a 2-1-2 or a with 2 being at B, 1 middle, and 2 at A, or they play 3A, 1 middle, and 1 B. So if you're consistently taking B against one guy, you're winning that 1v1, then it's going to open up the B bomb site however many times you win it, okay? So anytime you can isolate a 1v1, now this situation, we've got 2 guys in B and 1 outside the door, so of course, I don't know. That's tough. You were on an eco again, and you're feeling pressured to buy that op. So I understand that. Your economy's just kind of tanking because of it. But buy those AKs, man. Learn to use that AK. Learn to use your smokes and flashes. Okay, learn to trust your teammates. Just say, hey, man, throw me a flash over this wall. Crosshair level is just a little high there. That's my only complaint. Okay, again, not really sure what you elected to buy. I know you had a flashbang on you. Okay, but right there, a smoke's probably going to help you more than a flashbang. I see you went B. You're not comfortable there. I get that. Okay, learn those smokes. Learn those flashes again. That's just a huge point. Okay, for everybody. For every. Ah, what was that? Why did that back me up? Okay, we were going into round 23. That's a little quick. Let's see. Nope. Alright, we're just going to have to go the old-fashioned way. Looks like I accidentally clicked the timeline. Alright, so we were going into... We just played that round. Okay, so you're on a save here. Of course, you're almost to the desperation money, as I like to call it. The 3,400 around money. As far as the speaker settings go, I would suggest playing 2-speaker, normal audio. I'm not really sure. I don't mess around with 5.1 or 7.1 surround sound. I'm an old school guy. I've always been a 2-speaker, you know, keep it as plain Jane as possible. Because the more things you add into it, the more it just gets diluted. And if you were to go play at your buddy's house or at a LAN tournament or something, playing on a computer you're not accustomed to, and a lot of times, you know, you want to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, so just keep that in mind whenever you're creating settings. All right, people have all these crazy configs, these crazy interface stuff, and I'm just like, man, you know, I'm gonna play as pretty much as close to default as possible, because if I go to a LAN, I know that, you know, I'm not going to be able to necessarily have all those little commands at my fingertips. Yeah, you can probably, you know, you can probably download the config, assuming they let you. Okay, but other than just simple keybinds, you should be able to just have your config on the go. Right there, just again, I mean, it's unfortunate. You're kind of last man standing. Of course, I spent most of that round talking about sound and stuff like that, but I think it was important. Today I read the 5.1 and 7.1 clash with CSGO sound because they have their custom settings. And that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You know, keep that plain Jane as possible. Don't try to do all that extra stuff and just play the game. It was a good pick there. You beat him without a flash, so it's good. You took advantage of your spawn. Another thing to note too, while I'm thinking about it, realize too, guys, every gun that you have, and this is at this point in time, it's pretty general information, but I want to cover it just in case somebody doesn't know about it. But each gun you use has a different kill reward. An op's 100, you know, rifles are 300, shotguns are what they used to be 900. I think some of them still are. The Mag 7 isn't, but anyways, just understand that. Or is the Mag 7? I think yeah, the Mag 7 actually is, isn't it? It was the P90 that used to be OP. That's right. But understand your economy, because the economy is the ticket. And if you know what to buy, when to buy, you have a good understanding of what the other team's doing, then that's going to be huge for you. Oh, you smell blood now. He's got a scout. There you go. Again, you're kind of Rambo here, and this just goes back to maybe a communication barrier, the inability to communicate. Hey man, take the bomb here, take the bomb there. Two guys just running up catwalk and dying immediately. I'd like to see you be a little bit more supportive with where the bomb's going. Maybe instead of going long A, you go middle and just kind of cover them doors while they're running cat. I don't know. I mean, again, it's hard for me to understand what communication's going on because I don't have voice enabled. A little late for that. Do that as you're retreating if you can afford that at all. Not bad. Not bad, but again, like to see you be with your team just a little bit more. What the heck? Did I just skip around? How did I skip around? This thing's being really glitchy tonight. Okay. What? Who's bothering me? Yeah, absolutely, lights. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get through definitely 2 tonight. I just hit a wall. Had a long day at work today, so I'm gonna try to get in definitely 2 tonight. I'll see you by the 3rd. So we'll get to it, man. Just line them up, baby. Line them up. I'll get to everybody's demo who wants a little feedback eventually. He saw you. Good. That guy's being so patient on that left wall. How do you hit in that shot? I feel like your feet were still moving. Oh, you know he's there, Haas. What are you doing? Good shot. You knew he was there. You were just confused. You didn't realize he was right there. Not a bad round though. Overall, not bad. I think you got confused where that guy was. Some good shots there. So, anyways. Troll dynamic. Yeah. That 4-aught buy though. I should turn off X-ray. That way I can see what you see. That's unfortunate. It's a tough spot there, man. Trying to pick long A like that. Is that the last round? It is. Okay. All right. So we're going to stop it there. We're going to talk about a couple things just briefly. Okay. Couple things for you. Okay. Attack your weaknesses. Don't be afraid of them. Okay. If going B halls and dust 2 is my weakness, let me learn some smokes, flashes, grenades to isolate. Okay. Anytime you can isolate areas of the map, and as a matter of fact, we'll take it in game. I want to take this one in game for a few minutes and just talk through some things. Okay. And we'll just we'll review. Okay, let me hop in. We'll go. But while I'm loading up, again, man, just basically attack the weaknesses. Look at a pro demo, see how he does it, and by pro, I mean like in a match, not just I'm gonna go watch a streamer. Okay, streamers are great, guys. They're fun to watch. They're entertaining. They hit some of the craziest shots, but at the end of the day, they don't teach you a whole lot. Okay, so let's do this. Actually, SV infinite ammo is what I want. All right, so let's go look here at what we got. I have a little bit of video lag. Okay, so a couple different things we can do. I don't know. Let's go and hop in game here. Now that I've got everything set up the way I want it. Okay, couple things we can do. All right, we've got a decent little smoke here. It's going to basically block window and a little bit of door. You can even go a little bit less than that and get it just right outside the door to get both. And you can isolate a guy in the back of the site. As far as flashes go, I mean, you don't need anything fancy here. Just something out there through the smoke they can't see, and just take it from there. Okay, just bust the site, do what you got to do. All right. Let's see. What else? Some other things I saw. What else can we do in the site though? Maybe you just come in here and you just drop a smoke all the way to the back, something like that. Clears that platform. Then you just come up here, toss a flash high, come out, boom. You got an isolate. Okay. I'm taking away different looks from these guys. Okay. I'm taking away their back angle, their deep angle from the site. I'm gonna isolate either there, isolate window. If you run two out here, all you gotta do is have a guy watch window, have a guy go closet, boom. Then you worry about the spot that you've cut off, and that's these spots back here. Okay. Sometimes I do get one vocal player, but the rest don't follow, and that's gonna happen, man. It really is. It's gonna happen. But just because somebody's not being vocal doesn't mean you can't, we'll say, use them, for lack of a better term, to get things done. And I'm not saying bait, but I'm saying put them in a position to entry frag. Say, look, since you're not gonna, don't say it this way, but since he's not gonna listen, say, hey man, let me flash you out long A, let me smoke you off somewhere, and then be a support player to him. Okay, learning different roles as entry fragger, support, op rifle or opper, stuff like that's going to help you if you do take this game more competitively, more seriously than what you find in matchmaking. Okay. I'm too nervous to be the leader, I guess. Lights responds, do it, grow some nuts and demand people to do. Shh, bro. That was my edited version. That's my clean version. Okay. Let's go back over here and tell you what. Let's do this one fast. Actually, I gotta do this so I can use that. All right. Let's go back over here into B. Just a couple things I was telling you about early in the demo. You got a smoke here. Okay. It wasn't quite there, but you could see a little patch there. You shot at him, and then you came over here with like 20 HP and shot at him some more. Shoot at him here. All you gotta do is just bounce a flash high. Boom, peek around it, because you still had that smoke up to cover you a little bit. Okay, and use some of the underhands too, man. Those are great. It's a great feature that they've added. Use those to your advantage. Okay. What if I'm a crappy player to take up leadership, or I don't know of any strats? It's a good question. It really is. But every question has an answer. And to me, what I would do personally, if I'm the least skilled player of the group, I'm going to play off of a player that's better than me. Okay. So after about 4 or 5 rounds, you may realize, okay, this guy's a good player. He's got a good shot. He knows kind of what he's doing. So I'm going to stick with that guy. I'm going to be his support. That's what I'm talking about, different roles. Be a role player. Okay. Instead of going into a pug and saying, look, guys, I'm going to play middle. Okay. If I play middle, I'm throwing. Don't have that attitude. Have the attitude of, what do I need to do to help the team win? How can I make the guy that I'm playing with better? Or how can I make the 4 guys I'm playing with better? Okay, that's the attitude you want to take into a matchmaking game, into a pug. And that's how you build friendships, and you get better at the game with other people. Okay, I guarantee if you take that attitude into a matchmake, you guys have some success, maybe even win it. You're going to make some friends, and potentially you're going to make some guys that you can queue up with from time to time. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Have a good attitude. Having a good attitude is half the battle, and from there it's just a matter of getting in there and fragging out. Okay. With that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. Okay, I'm going to grab me some water real quick. But in the meantime, if you guys want to hang tight, we'll start with our next demo review here in about 2 or 3 minutes. And just to remind you guys, I will be giving away either an op graphite skin or a red laminate AK if we get 20 followers this stream. So we've gotten 2 so far. So invite your buddies, tell them, hey man, get in here for a free skin, and hopefully we'll be giving that away at the end of the stream. But in the meantime, just sit tight, listen to a song, and we'll get started here in 2 or 3 minutes. All right, be right back.